This is 2020 of the spring parts catalog for the John Deere Evergreen Implement, which is Moline, Illinois. And this system for the Washington Bar Association certifies the instruments of rating airplane instruments, airplane, jet, Boeing 747, also the stealth bomber, the Chinook, the Apache, and also the Cobra. The revision history outlook, as you notice, the death certificate in services, Mr. Yates, killing all criminal convicts, and the death by injection because of the United States Army, Mr. Yates. And corporate fish service says knowledge of Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, Felix Barela section, because the airmen of the testing standard branch of the AFS 63 P.O. Box 25082 Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma Unabomber, the original Oklahoma at Moses Lake, Washington, and Stratford Road, the oil company Exxon Mobil services that's called the Unabomber, and that Mr. Unabomber is serving his administration office in his incarceration there. And Mr. Yates, him at the towboat, that's him hitting him upside the head with a plate, a tray, by the United States Army. That's 0K 73125, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73125, American Certificate of Standards, ACS document, with the assistance of aviation community. As the assistance of everyone peeling the individuals off him, they're going to let them go because they're both lifers for their death sentence for the remaining sentence. FAA granted knowledge of this valuable support of many individuals organized who contribute their time to amplitude of the system. My deepest sympathy of what's going down and what is going down, because nothing but the availability of the ACS for the downloading this WWF.AA.GOV. Please, these comments regarding of the AF 630 comments. The material FAS ACS 8A will effective of the 2020, and these additional rating airplane certificate standards will obsolete these state airplane applicants. Because he gets fly time in, of course. He gets fly time. He gets thousands, millions of hours of downtime. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has published instrument rating, airplane certificate standards, ACS document, community aeronautical knowledge risk management, flight productivity standards, and instruments rating airplane category in single engine lands and sea. Multi-lane the C classes, the ACS enters, and suspends the FAA SACS 8 instrument rating airplane air certificate standards, which is change 1. And there's no change in me. There's no change in me in any shape, way, or form on this planet, or off the planet. There's no change in me off or on this planet. I can jump as high as I want. Safety policy defines, describes analytical knowledge, flight purposing, and risk management, integrated components in the airman certificate system. Safety risk management process through the internal and external stakeholders identify their elevated regulation, change safety recommendation, only in fact requires modifications of airman's rescuing material. Now the documents FAAS 808-81-4E, document FAAS-ACS-8, document FAAS-ACS-8, document FAAS-ACS-8A. Instruments are rating airplane critical test standards with changes 1 through 5. Instrument rating airplane certificate standards. Instrument rating airplane airman certificate standards, change 1. Instrument rating airplane airman certificate standards. Major enhancements versions FAAS-ACS-8A. Revised using ACS section revising tasks of areas of operation include monorail generation elements descriptions. Updated the following appendices. Appendix 1, the knowledge of testing is pre-exposition, the testing centers. Practice test rules, responsibility of outcomes. Your pivot, your wing swing, your pivot of your ear, and all your pivot of your other ear instrument to your headset that is connected to your brain, your left and right eyeball, and to your surface of your oxygen take implements of your appendix number 6, safety of the flight, of course. In this COVID-19, you're going to have this beautiful service of this oxygen intake service, and that's Appendix 7. Aircraft equipment, operational requirement, limitations around your mouth, your esophagus, of your throat. Number 8. Now, number 9 is the reference. And number 10 is the abbreviations of their acronyms. Now, these acronyms have the safety risk management process, the internal stakeholder to identify the regulatory changes and recommendations. The safety insurance process ensure prompt in the incorporated changes arising in new regulations and safety recommendations. Safety promotions form outcome engagement with both internal stakeholders, aviation training industries, and FAA policy divisions. Of course, this is 2020. The FAA developed ACS, guidance collaboration, diverse group of aviation training experts. As you can see, the material witnesses on the drive semantic approach on components air certificates, edges on apparatus on these many hours, and these calculated hours are calculated on this log aviation of the experts converging toward this goal. Of this goal, incorporate of this level of collaboration's hallmark of robust safety culture and strengthening the enhancement aviation of your blood draw out of your arteries for the accurate inclusion for this certification of this standard concept. The Airman Certificate Standard Concept, the goal of introduce process, ensure process, and possess knowledge ability for these manage risk and secure constant and privileges certificates rating being exercised in order and act and pilot and command and PIC. Now, fulfilling responsive air process, Federal Aviation Administration FAA Flight Standard Service AFS plan develops and maintains material related to airman certificate training the test. These materials have included several components the FAA knowledge test measure, and these measures. Now, these measures are metric, standard, and don't forget the Royale, Burger King Royale metric system. Any common fool would know the FAA 8083 series on permanent instrument services because the components and the increments on the National Airspace System, the NAS, is on the laptop and also online. Safety Operations National Airspace System, NAS, requires interrogation and aeronautical knowledge and risk management. Privacy standards accomplish these goals, and FAA drew upon it enterprising individual across aviation training, community development, and the Airman Certificate Service Standard ACS. Integration elements, knowledge, and management skill listed 14 SVR Part 61 to maintain certificate rating forms comprehensive standard for what applicant must know considered for the safety and conduct subsequent completion of each task tested by qualifying FAA knowledge of original flight portions and practical testing. The flight portion practical test and expects the evaluating access of this and this topic of ordinance and level of learning how much appropriate and specified task it is. Oral questioning will continue through the particular test itself, and also this blood procedure process is the gateway for the service for these abbreviations that will be coming against in the task force category and the classes of air components and services. That's ASEL, airplane single engine plane, ASES, AMEL, and AMES as in Amos, Steve Amos, material witness of all these individual con artists on these multi-sea-to-sea, air-to-air individuals, because administrated to ACS, and he only weighs, and he's not fat, he's all muscle at 350 pounds. His common coaster is administrative base in ACS. His common coaster is the ACL. His common coaster is black coffee, black on black, no sugar, no honey, no cream, black on black. That's AMS, and this test include plane on action, absence of a class indicate task for all classes. This is IR, IC, and K4. The abbreviation increments on the service for 18803-038. Any fool will know that because the administration office has an administration office labeled on your neck around your dog tags. Applicable ACS instrument rating airplane area of operation, pre-flight preparation, task, cross-country flight planning, task of limited knowledge, 4 elements of IFR flight plan. Knowledge test questions linked to ACS codes are soon replaced in System Learning Systematic Codes, LCS. Transition occurs airman knowledge test reports at AKRTR, ACS code color specified task elements are given an area of operation and task and remote instrument, and also the retesting for specified targeting based on specified learning criteria. Similarly, notices disapproval and approval of the practical test of user ACS codes and identifying the decency task elements, which would be your blood results. On negative or positive would be your tossing you out of the system. Because of the knowledge in question, the instrument rating airplane IRA knowledge it has had, aligned corresponding ACS values can continue to use LCS codes. Conjunctions with the ACS timing being values some to look up the LCS codes, of course on the scale. On that scale, anything at 135 pounds are accepting these services for your blood sample, also your pre-flight preparation services, and continue on. As you see, the effective of the references and objectives and knowledges and risk management and skills, you're going to be weather information, Doppler, and the Doppler is your eyeballs, your face, your fingerprints, your 10 toes, your 10 fingers, your eyeballs, all your teeth. This is your weather Doppler, is your whole body. Reference, objective, your knowledge, your risk management, your skill, basically. No calculator, no pen, number 2 pencil, or a pen, any of these survival tools you would have to carry on person. Also, this reference guide of your service of a needle, so you can stitch yourself up, and also surgical tools to cut off the stitches, and also a serrated knife blade for removing any foreign object from any of your internal organs by yourself. These task of tools of survival tools you will need along with your blood sample. The reference, objective knowledge, and your risk management, your skills of your brain, and your appearance of your service of your certification for your weather Doppler, which is you yourself, because this reference objective knowledge of the IRIB K1, knowledge of the IRB K1 3A, and IRB K3K, and also the IRB K4. These are flight decks. Flight decks display the original Doppler of your common knowledge and services of anywhere on the planet we drop you off at. These objectives on these dog tag references on your services, these pre-flight preparations is just a qualification pilot step procedure of your footing. Now, the 14S CFR Part 91, FAA H80A32, FAA H80A315, FAA H80A316, FAA H80A325, navigation charts, chart supplements, and AIM, and OTAMS. These reference objectives determine accurate, satisfying knowledge of risk management skills associated with planning, IFR cross-country, and filing, AAFR flight plan. Good effort for the incorporation of distractions of your services. You're making stuff up from day one of your birth from the vagina. The knowledge of your operant demonstrates understanding of the IRIC K1. Routing planning includes the consideration of special use of airspace preferred routes and alternate airports. Now, altitude sections accounting the terrain, obstacle glide, distance, and aircraft IFR cruising altitude and effective wind of oxygen requirements. Intake system around your esophagus and your throat, your systems for your assistance, for your calculating, and your non-calculating with your pen or pencil, any kind of shape or form of your instrument, of tool of survival. A time, climb, descent rates, and course to distance heading to airspeed, and the ground speed. Estimated time of arrival include conversion of universal concluded time UTC, fuel requirements conclude reverse, and the reverse elements of the IFR flight plans. Procedures, activation, and plots of IFR flight plan, controlled and non-controlled airspace. Applicant of these risk management applicant demonstrates ability to identify access multi-risk encompassing and bearing in the water or encompassing in aviation, air or ground or water. The pilot aircraft from e.g. weather, airports, airspace, terrain obstacles, internal pressures, of course, and gauges and PCIs, limitations in hydraulic power PCIs. And these are limitation in aircraft and control ATS services, limitation in electronic planning application programs, improper fuel planning. Improper fuel planning, air-to-air, improper air-to-air, improper fuel planning is any kind of distraction with black on black coffee only, no honey, no sugar, no any natural disturbance or any man-made synthetic black on black. Now they can demonstrate the ability to prepare to present exemplary these cross-country flight assigned and evaluated include risk analyzed past real-time weather, includes calculating time to in and out, including considering factors such as power and settings, operating altitude, winds, fuel reserve requirements, and weight of balance requirements. Enjoy the duration of fueling air-to-air, in the air, non-stop, 7 days a week. Now this is an English language standard, English American United States language, only in accordance with requirements on the 14 CFR Part 61 of FAA Aviation English and Language Proficiency Standards. Throughout the application testing process, they must demonstrate the ability to read, write, speak, understand the language approximately requirements, communicating effectively air traffic control, ATS, eye contact with ground, air, or, of course, water. To comply with this AT instruction, ensure clear, effective, and true communication according more than normal reinstatement question would be done. And this English, permitted in English, does constitute grounds for your services to continue on to the knowledge test requirements. And that's your blood and your hair follicle. The Appendix 4 practical test of measure pre-evaluation, which is the pre-testing, which is the additional rating desired on additional instruments, areas of operations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These required tasks are all knowledge of the registration processing information, your blood and hair follicle, 2 10 fingers, your 10 toes, your teeth, your eyeballs, everything. Your brain, the common knowledge report, because you need your brain to be in the to be fully intact for the reference of your instruments referencing your engagements and your services for your 14 CFR Part 61 FAA-80 83-2 FAA H80 83-15. Recovery of your useful flight altitudes, your common knowledge, of course, your services, you. Determine applicable exhibit satisfactory knowledge, risk management, and skills associated with recovery from usual flight altitudes. Applicant demonstrates understanding of the process of recovery of usual flight altitudes. Usually flight altitude casual include physiological services, system requirements, equipment failures, and also testing all equipment and services for any kind of evaluating services in their service increment, accurate displacement services, height services, hydraulic waters, electrical wiring, components, air PCIs, radiants, over nipples, reds, metro rings, also the aviation tools that incorporates part of these instruments and procedures for these tools and accessories, dismounting and disbarring, and also displaying and mounting their service increments on the active ordinances that are on the jet. And the jet aviation, whatever the jet engine or tank system, the blades, the rotated blades that to be sharpened, replaced, and also the aviation component service of departure service for a look over for before and after departure, en routes and arrival operations, or posted to be shot down, and you posted onto the airport to be shot down or be shot down or land. The aviation system shows intercepting any tracking navigating system and arcs of services at the wartime or off wartime or in the service of 14, Part 61, 91, FAA H80, 83, 15, FAA H80, 83, 16, AFM AIM. Now, this is Washington State, and the role for Washington State, Washington at International Airport, and also Pasco Airport, Kennewick Airport, and also the Fairchilds Airport, and also Lang Airport, LAX, Los Angeles. The Grant County International, that's W, that's M, Moses Lake, W, H, K, M, WH, 5 Northwest UTC 8 7 DT North 47 degrees 12.52 Hector 1 West 119 119.95 1189 BARF, and that's Northland file. That's RDW. That's Seattle, Washington. That's Bill Gates' estates. Bill Gates estates with Donald Trump estates at Spokane, Washington, across the street, which is the limousine with the Pepsi Cola at the trunk of the car with Melania Trump. Melania Trump is going to get married with Donald Trump. International Airport, Fairchilds, and also Kennewick, Richland, Pasco International, Moses Lake, Washington. And that's $2 billion for the divorce before they get married. And that's Felix Barela on the sector, Moses Lake reactor. That's Seattle H1CL13AIAPAD. And that's purification of LDRW holding short point and also available long distance point RD0414L32R4700 RD14L, and that's flipping a bitch here at 712 West Oklahoma, Mr. Andy Miller's office. 7112 West Okanagan Place, Kennewick, Washington 99336, CUNIAAULT, Tail Administration's office, and that's 7112 Okanagan Place, Kennewick, Washington 99336. J. Miller Street, 1401 South Union 99338. Mid-Columbia Library, across the street, Mid-Columbia Library, and that's Mid-Columbia, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Kennewick, West Richland, and Othello, Washington. The landline, hold, short landline operations center, Air Force One, Air Force One, Air Force One is LDRD, lower R short, AVLSD, RW0414L-32R4700. RW14L04-227550, RWY22L14L-32R4650, RWY 32R04-225050. Washington State Lottery means 50-50. Washington State Lottery, for Washington State Lottery, winning ticket, winning runway, declared distance for Air Force One landing gear will be interchanged and redone for re-renovating for their runway declared distance information center, RW04 TOR, TOR-10,000. ASD-10,000, LDA 10,000, RW0 TOR 3500, TOTA 3500, ASD 35, LDA 3500. Decoration for Warden Washington, Lamb Weston Conger, Lamb Weston, Scone and Connor, and also Scone and Connor, Washed Potato, Lamb Weston, called Tater Boy. Tater Boy is Lamb Weston, and that's Warden Washington, and also Pasco Washington. We're going to fly, that's Flying Ordnance, Seattle, Washington, Boeing Field, King County International, Mr. Casey, Prosecutor of Washington State, Seattle, District 123, Mr. Andy Miller, Prosecutor, Administration Office, Kennedy Building, Administration Office, Kennedy Building, Riverside, Spokane, Washington. This is Boeing Field in King County International, BF1, KBF1, 4S, UTC 87DT, North 47 degrees, 3180. West 122, 18.12, 22B TPA, AOR Class AFR Suite, NOTA AM AF 531. Richland, Washington. That's RLD, KRLD, 2 Northwest UTC 87DT, 46 North, 46 degrees, 1834, 4 West 119, 18.25, 394 BTBA hyphen 1194, 800, NOTAM, file CSEA. RW01 Rail PAP 2PL GA 3.TCH30 antenna. Rail 19 Mills Rail PAP PL 2 P2L PA GA 3.T Pole Regiment location traffic. RW08 26 H4001 X100 ASP asphalt S3.DD452D470 MRL, Mirage, RW08 DODLS, PAPI22L, GA3.TCH, RDO26 VASA, GA3.TCH 5. Railroad, and that's Regiment Traffic Service. ST fuel is 1000 LL Jet Aviation and fuel dispensary. Prosser, Washington. Navigation South 40, 1 Northwest UTC 87DT, N46 12.8, 119 West 119 degrees, 47.73, 70B TPA 1505 800 NOT file C. That's RWOP Rail Trees, RW26 R Judgment, RDB08 26 H3451 I660 Asphalt, 1616 MRL 016% U up west. Airports Manager 509-375-3060, and then Airport Rapid Aids and Aviation for Pasco Dispute, Pasco, Washington. That'd be a dead body, Mr. States Patrol Soderman. 507 Part 1005, Mr. J. Mueller with Felix Barela, open casket. Port Angeles, their services, they have increments on point due on the sharpshooters up on the roof with Felix Barela. Point out each individual by scope. Felt Field, Spokane, Washington, Fairchild's Airport Base, which is Fort Field. And that's Larson's Airport, International Airport, Larson, Larson Airport. That's Stealth Bomber Aviation Air Force One. S4N UTC 87DT, then North 47 degrees, 4098, West 1117, 19.34, 1957, BLR Nottam, file SFFRDRW, or 022R H449035 and increments of your prefixture on your dog tag you can see. The system they have is G3.543 Road, RD210MARLS Vassal V, or for these tools of your survival, for your instruments, your services, for your body, for your appearance is all you need. Your number 2 pencil is useless versus your pen of demonstrants of your instruments of survival. Runway declared distance information is railway 04 Tora 449 Toda 449 Toda. That's Toad, Toda, Tora, Toad, Asida, and LDA. LDS 4499, ASD 4499, Toda 449, and Tora 4499. That's Tora 2650, Toda 2650, Asada 2650, and LDS 2650, Tora 2650, Toda 265, and that's ASDA. DA 265, LDA, LDS 2650. That's D Toda 449 and DA 4499 and the LDS 4499. Now, felt fields is considered to be the runway declared distance information for the asphalt on the waterway entranceway and the waterway entranceway on the surfaces for the shrubs and the trees. The Tora is runway declared distance for information center is fuel is 1000 L, jet A1, the rail system 04, and the RW22R opportunity constantly is a PAPI RW2L. Operation SRS with TWR sided AV Cimaron Rail Services and RW22R Rail 004 LCTAF. Airport remarks at 10-1400 -04OZ, waterfowl, birds, and also the large amount of crane operation servicing. These cranes are in a way. It will go to the jet engine blades. Approximately small, minute, you wouldn't feel a smudge of debris, but the feathers will be probably enhanced, embedded into the tail feathers of Air Force One. As the moment of service for the Red Lion service here in Columbia Center Boulevard, and the 7-foot tower building from ground 7 floors is connected to air. Of course, the $35 million deposit inquiry at the bank around the Red Line. The airport's remarks attends the most carrier service prior of taxi service, but their modem service for the Interpol service for their intelligence service let's attach, but the full modem services as the portions are by B, most visible PPR, and rotary wing aircraft conducting these hover ops above 10 point. Now the hovering about services here in Kennewick, Washington are going to be conveniently done for non-stop service for the COVID-19. This hovering increments of the service at 10 feet above ground is a natural procedure done for the increments for these drones. Now, Feltsfield is considered to be on the Spokane 115, and the channel is 102, north 47 degrees, 33.90, west 117, 37.61, 39 degrees, 14 point north, and New Mexico, to FID, the 2756, 21 east. And that's version portions, the unusual at 300 degrees, 330 degrees, bird by 30 north, and bid at 9,000. Socializing at 335, 360 degrees, bid at 15 northwest, and that's New Mexico Bio. New Mexico Bio is 7,000. The other bile, 35, 36 B, and that's the BYB, the bile of the esophagus out of your throat and also your stomach. That beautiful Pepsi from the trunk of the vehicle before they have a marriage to hand, Mr. Donald Trump sticking his tongue down, of course, Melania Trump's throat for that $2 billion. Mr. Donald Trump and Andy Miller administrative services are being served increments at the doorframe of the increments of their individual radio aids and navigation of their services for in contempt of the comm and navigation weather remarks on the Doppler and the waterways of the services of the, of course, in that disaster about to happen. The global axis off the turn streaks is unedible, and also being snowed in for the duration for the $35 million at increments at the Social Security office. Roadblocks is increments of $2 billion inquiry service, which is not disturbing in any way, shape, or form with the technology. Here at Andy Miller's office, coming live. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. 509-735-3591. Fax 509-736-3066. I'm going to have to bunch out the services for the mower conditioner blades, knives, the full, beautiful serrated knife. Says John Deere of the United States government issue. Says John Deere with the deer on his chest. Number FH32381, standard counterclockwise. It's a list of $2.03 for that one. The other component service that connects that individual conditioner knife, of course. It's a standard clockwise FH323282 that costs you $2.03. This is without, of course, the whatever service hour, half hour that for that duration for that amount. The high lift counterclockwise blade FH308234 2.3 for $2.03. But for your military active duty, discount is $2, $1.90, $1.90. Instead of $2.13, instead of $2.03, it's $1.90 and $2.05. Now the CC44004 standard right hand clockwise is the application 265, 270, and 275 for $2.30, but discount is $2.10. Then standard lift hand counterclockwise, the CC44005, the application 260 and 270 is listed for $2.22, but now for $2 flat. Now standard clockwise service, the application and the number is CC217180, and to CC217AD. Application for the 270, 265, 265, 285, R160, R200, R240, R280, and R310. That's going to be $1.96, but discount is $1.80. Now standard clockwise for the mower conditioner line. On that one, the C part numbers, of course, CC21, C81. And that application is 270, 265, 275, 285, R160, R200, R240, R280, R310. That's $1.93. $1.93 will be $1.80. Now these are services for the serrated blade, for the sickle parts for the mower conditioner, and auger platform for the John Deere 9670 and RTS and STS, any shape and form of the Pro Drive finalizing the corn, the fill, and the cotton that is pulled out of the field from George Washington's property. George Washington's plantation services born again. See that serrated blade that conceals the surface of the increments of the stitches and the surfaces of increments, removing any kind of bullet or fragments or sickle or laceration. And this number description is AE70451. Description end section hardware of LH or the RH. Applications 1207, 1209, 1217, 1219, 300, 308, 331, 36, 61, 66. That list price is $22.64. Now is $20.80. The overlap kit for the knife sickle section. 8E7054 overlap kit. 1600, 1608, 300, 308, 31, 36, 61, 66. $29.60, but $27.20 now. Now there's an under inserted Duracut chrome that's on the sickle part of the mower or the auger, or whatever the service might be at that time, duration period of time. But there's tins for the John Deere rakes. The John Deere rake part number is A186SE, rake tooth description. The applications 553 and 594. Number is A37SE, rake tooth, Quake detach. That's Quaker detach, rake Quaker detach, and that's quick detach. 596997 and 714. Rake tooth is part numbers A257SE, application 350, 851, 858, SN 87200, 894, SN 379000897 SN 13430 for $1.92. So in 2013, 14 years ago, they were stealing 70 cents out of a dollar and giving you 30 cents of it back in a hardware component service with a diamond thread baler belt. See, it didn't work that well for him at all. Here at Danny Miller's office at 7102 Oakland Place. The number is AFH215157 diamond thread short. These go into the belts, the motor, the mechanisms, and also the counterparts for the gears for John Deere. Original John, not the Kawasaki family of John Deere Company. The John Deere Company itself. The ice cream maker, the ice cream snow maker, the snow maker, the ice machine maker, the tidal wave controller environment center for OSHA services for increments for entitlements for nuclear fallouts backup system. The diamond thread shorter is application 330, 335, 375, 446, 546, 447, 448, 4498. Don't forget 547. This is only $289.24, but it's only going for $26.10. $26.10 just for all that. Now the other diamond thread baler belt for the S2E, and then the new equivalents are for the new lacerated blades like the Owl Master or the Black Bear Kodiak Bear Compound Bow Bear, or the cable scrabbling services for the compound bow that goes into metal, steel, sheet metal, steel, goes into, of course, any kind of magnetic morphite services like concrete barriers with explosive tips. This is a diamond thread, long nose. This is a long bow service. So this is the same thread they used for their services for increments for their tools and weaponries. This is AFH215159, application 330, 335, 370, 446, S46, 447, 448, 449, and 547. That price was $295.72. Very, very expensive and useful tool. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of dragon skin on that one for $272.10. Now the baler net wrap components, the wrap components and total baling solutions for that is the extra twine plus that comes with that increments for the HTTP modified HTTP service. Now this baler has a bar number 8 roll narrow wrap drive. These have claws like owls, like bears, like grizzly bears, like brown bears, Kodiak bears, and Alaskan refuge services like the eagle claws they have, and that cesspool and all the fish guts, and they're just covered with all this fish pulper service, and they're huge and gigantic. These total bale solutions has a forge parts on it. The forge wrap component part on it has a shield on it, a brush, a V-belt, an arm, a knife, and support W label wide, and also the arms and bar. These surface wrap brakes, and they have these considerations of the most expensive part would be the support by 4x5 net pan SVC, like the auger attachment to the command center of the back of the internal nesting components in the back of the tractor or the tank or the apron or any of the accessories of the 35 maximum speed on the 9560 or the Rex. And that component service in that increment of the bale solution or service on that tow package in the back is the mastermind of the augering interpreters of the sensor systems that entire around the. Don't underestimate this vehicle because it has cameras and equipment and drones all around it. Now the turbochargers can be accessories or accessible for the turbochargers. The John Deere Ryman turbocharger is designed for John Deere engine to provide optimal performance components abled and clean, inspected bearings, seals, replace the turbines and shaft and balance on the monitoring surfaces. And you didn't know they have turbines by that way. That tank by itself with the jet engines on the Abrams, same components. Number SE500-254. And also the jet engines for the Raptor and the F-18 and so forth. They're considered to be attached to the Apache and also the Hercules and the C-17 and also the Chinook. Part number is S500-524 and expense service is $1,000.01 for a military discount. The S100, 8400, 8100, 840T, and the service for that number for the overhaul kits. There's going to be a little to exchange, no charge, no service, zero charge for the service because you're on George Washington's land, on his plantation, his property, his increments of his section, his evaluating his testimony of his inspection for his clearance of this cesspool of individuals to be dragged out and pulled out. Bring home live or dead, any size, any intelligence, rich or poor. You can see the increments that are on my land. So the OE and overall kits is another major increments. Implementation standard kit. These rod, main, thrust bearings, these factory assembled pistol line kits, front and rear seals, snap rings, gasket rings, minor packaging, oil, plungers, gaskets, thrust washers, standard kits, contents, row bolts, and all bushings and piston pins and camshaft bushings. Now the guidance machine control module substance, you see the $15,000 expense, or you want a used piece of crap or a brand new 15,000 unit. That's a trick question. That $15,000 or the $500,000 RDK Stellar Green Star and Auger and Command unit. This guidance machine controller is auto track integrated machine kits in Green Star, Ready Start, The Precision AG Ready Turbo Track Machine Kit operates marine steering, and this marine steering has a control modular system on an auto track racer, so it's a receiver software component system. Air Source Separated Field Installer Kits Integrated Guidance Solution Degree Tracking Component Green Star 3 or Green Star 2 system components. That marine factor is no more there, no more. It's called Machine Kit. The Machine Kit and the services you see, the disbarred body parts on the ground, the gigantic bone marrow pile of bodies there, that is all Marines. And it says Guidance and Machine Control Guide Module now. Now the number F90875 Auto Track Combined Machine Kit, Application 60 Series, is $5,000, $556.00, but only coming to you live. In action, that service ain't nothing. And it's only going to charge you $5,000 and $9.40 instead of all that with these two hands and this brain and this eyeballs I got in this mouth and teeth right here for only $5,000. Or you want to pay $5,556 or $5,000, or do you want to pay $5,000? I definitely go for $5,000 for that performance, because the automatic sprayer machine kit, that's tear gas, canister, bear spray, chemicals, and biochem. It's called COVID-19 now. It's sprayed in your face for only $3,626.40. I'll spray it in your face. Because it's a part number. You want that part number. You need that part number? Did you want to buy one? I'll give it to you. It's PF90633. And on a spray machine kit, it's only and that's applications 4730 and 4830. And it's only for $3,626.40. That's a professional move. That'd be an upgrade for you in your services right there. Now the Green Star Ready Universal Guidance System for ungradable, untangible services for technology. That's a John Deere and other makes of equipment. That's only $825.00 or $742.50. Just a swipe of that. The Auto Universal Horn Kit. The Horn Kit. Do you need that horn kit? Of course you need that horn kit. And also the Universal Auxiliary Zoom Switch that is connected to the Green Star Ready Guidance Kit, which is ungradable. I mean, ungradable is updated, and it's upgraded 7 days a week. Whatever you're charging in Anchorage or bushel service increments of corn, wheat, grape, kernel, cotton, whatever fabric, whatever material, organic legumes, organic compounds, services, and final product of your corn into the corn, the husk, into the husk, which is 3 to 2. And the 3 of the 2 of the outskirts of the barrier of the spring, of the Zymatics, the Rikens, any of the Maxfields, any of these, any of the upgrades or services for them. So you have the high impact or impactor or carry-ons, or the carry-ons or the detachment service of the irrigation line, whatever comes on the auto track system machine is connected to this these guidance machine controller. The cancerous material you see that's been pulled off are all dead Marines. These are dead Marines integrated services. These are machine kit Green Star. It's called the Ready Accessory Auto Track now. Now you got a hay rake tin. This hay rake tin, the disc mower blades, the rotary rake tendons, and the hay core sampler. This is unforgiving for these services, for the liquor war campaign services for incumbents, for puking and submerging of expansion to the awful of the intoxications of like isotopes injected into your neck, like dying all over again, and collecting that check every month. And that salary increments for every year. For whatever services you need for this John Deere rake continue to be the number A186E SE rake tooth that's in your teeth, your molars. The S53 and S94 for $2.88. You'll have a gold, a diamond, a silver, platinum, or all above, replaced for $2.88. Only for $2.88. Now the starters are another exemplary of making sure your car doesn't stop, or your vehicle, your global satellite. You have a heart attack and panic and die and heap over and die and rise again and wake up and you smell the coffee. It's number RE70957, application 760-7810 and 7630-793-810-840-840-8110-8410, 81120, 852-91220, 9520 for only $57,180, but now $521.88. Any of these starters, these are tractors, tanks, modulars, Spodniks, tows, Mollys, Spodniks, Lockwoods, Milestones, South Dakota services. These are John Deere engine overhaul series attached to these starters. Now you got alternators. You got all kinds of alternators connected to these service increments. You got 85 amps, 640 amps, 630 amps, 896 amps, and so forth. Of course, you got the water pumps for the overhaul service increments, for the replacement for that increments of service for that water pump repair kit, or the water pumping, the John Deere YVONE water pump, or the water pump repair kits. You can go that way, but no. You want the real water pump replacement, the real official one, not the kit special of this side show Bob fabrication of the, of course, your oil changes and all the systematic upgrade system to be pulled out and replaced. The AI engine overhaul kits is another factor, pulling all your engine component, your pistons, and also your 4.4 and your 460 and 4.480, or your 834, or your 844, or your 8450, and also your social security number, SID number on your dog tags. That's SN253317. Of course, you're not running that corporation of 180 miles, 180 hours of cross-country running and swimming duration and the dropouts that they have. As you can see, self-explanatory. Applications on the service and for the listments for the now and later, and these increases 1,371.56. But now it's 1,261.80. Now, which one did you want? New or used? Huh? New or used? Now, the race spray system cleaner. That's a powerful spray cleaner. It penetrates, removes dried and oily residue from tank sprayer and lines. Now, inside out is inside out in smooth bonds. These are pesticides and pursued and residue. Rinse water and clean, purging penetration residues. You got the Airdo PCI, and marking generates greater volumes of foam of higher operating pressure. You see at Connaught. At Connaught, here in Connaught, at the Simon's Mall, Connaught. All the pumps, the services, and water residue is fabricating in more higher pressure, more cleaner. You can see the seagulls flying above. The reducing PCI formula making the foam generator foams, foam, fire, operating pressure, applicant speeds. Here in Kennewick, Washington. The Tracer Hot Pink, the Hot Pink Mafia, the Pink Finger Mafia at Country Merchant, Pasco, Washington, where you see Mr. Soder's dead body regenerate, moderate their services. Of the cane upside his head from Lola Hernandez. What's that lady going to do to me? Huh? The Gun Down Elite, defoaming agent that works a second to provide fast result of the exposure of the results that comes out of the body and the interest in the services of this bullet that's around my neck. out of your buttocks into your cervix and your increments out of your body in Pasco, Washington. All the way from San Luis Obispo here in Pasco, Washington, Kennewick, Washington, the Annie Miller's office coming live. Now, all-purpose coverage nozzle on these nozzles on these individuals has a 3D increments on the increments on the surface and you see. It's on online, and it's only for $6.33 each. So what that old lady can do to you? Speaks fluent English. She knows speak, Chink, Jew, Muslim, Jew. As you see in Mueller's property, that's a staff member, that's HERNANDEZ. Without all the agencies there, you see how they suck and ask for her life back, ask for their life and be normal again, asking for their lives back. At George Washington property. That's Annie Miller asked you about my coming live. The aeronautical chart description for the purposes of the hovering. The bulletin provides major changes in aeronautical information. Publication in the citizen section aeronautical is VFR, terminal areas and helicopter routes and charts and listed. General policy include these changes in controlled and air dispatches. These airspace special reports in the airspace and presents the hazards and conditions of the services exposed in the areas and the services that are non-charted and uncharted documentation, which is charted information, which is the data. The major changes to the airport and radio navigation facilities, therefore, providing VR pilings of the natural occurrence and the service of natural disasters on this data, essential data necessary to update and maintain the chart currency. The data grouped and the type and the effective date. And the new edition of the chart published in the effective tablets of this removed from the bulletin, as you can see. There's no more there on the bulletin. Providing the major changes of only pilots who consult in airports assigning and directing all new information. Uses use numerical charts. Red line motel. The red line considers these use Gulf Coast VFR numerical charts. Should consult upper ridge sections and VTF terminal area charts called Kavanaugh's, but red line. Now, Kavanaugh's and red line, this serves the numerical chart of console and perpendicular section VR for terminal area chart and abbreviations. Positions on shown in degrees, minutes, seconds, hemispheres, and also fathoms. These are bearings and also responsive services for increments and 424.47.528. Now, what's that guy going to do? Military training results in MTRs and air charts, VF terminal areas, and helicopter charts are only certification center line description flights and route designate these shown. Routes from winds and altitudes and shown. These routes and these subjects change at 56 days. Our charts and reasonable of the hovering increments here at Canal. Here in California, Annie Miller's office, right? The backyard, front yard, Queens Gate, and also administration office in Canal, Kennewick, 712 West Oakland Place, Kennewick, Washington. UBI number 602720, which is parked in the front and the balcony where there's a gigantic covenants of the rebuilding foundation, where they're digging and rebutting, seeding, blossoming, moving on. Moving on to a better area. Now, the Yakima Terminal Milecaster Field, which is Yakima, Washington Bravo Military Base, that's Bravo Military Base, the back area of no uniformed officers allowed in the back area of the military Bravo Base. Havana, Cuba, Sli, Castro, Sisi, Havana, Sadanam, Saddam, Ode, Ovi, Ali, Obe, Abba, Nan, De, Bole, Bole, Achike, Asini, Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Sana, Alpha, and Alpha. And Mr. Somalian Services in the backyard of all this Holocaust nuclear compound facility, the owls and the trees, and George Washington original tree that he put on the foundation back at Bravo Military Base, and also the tombs that reside in tombs in the back, and also the tombs are sliding over because they ridge into the tombs and take their fingers to jury and services into the service of all these admirals, general services. At that time, the increments and the immigration processing increments at that service of the foundation. The original George Washington tree. Yakima Airfield Terminal, Lancaster Field, YKM, KAYMF 3.6 UTC-8 7DT, North 4634.09, West 120 32.64 1099 Saddleback Mountains, B Class ARFD, Northern File, Billionaire Sector Backyard Irrigation Lines where any allowed staff member services or anybody by foot or pattern in the backyard. RW0927876040175150, Asphalt Ground D, 795D160, TUS175, 2D, 2D, 550 PCM, 30F FXD, Hurl, 7 degrees, up west, wing. R27, RW104285, PCN 28FCXT, Mo, and that's runway closure, distance information, Service Center, and that's the Airspace Class D. Seattle Center, Chinook Weather Data Source, ASC 509-248-1502. Airport Manager 509-575-6149. That'd be a guy slumped over with the syringe in his arm, and his name is Mr. General Manis with heroin coming right into his blood flow of his syringe, where he shoves it right into Fruitland. Of course, Fruitland Social Security office where you're in there sucking prostitutes, potangs. That's the federal courthouse. That's Hernandez. That's him removing the serrated blade from his nut sack and his scrotums because the Army, Air Force, Marines, and the service increment walks up on him. And the increments at the Patty Murray and Senator Cantwell's office with all jewelry stores, increments upstairs, downstairs, and coffee shop. Now the key aerodrome forecast is the Aviation Routine Weather Report. The TAF KP091730Z091818 1505KT5SM HX FED 02FS 31022KT. The FM 0100 2700 AKT 5SM SHR KNNO22, and that's ZV04 PRO Pro B40470 1SM RABR. Now, the TAF is a message type of routine, a med forecast of a MIRAT, hourly specification special in TSM non-commission AS report. The KPIT is the location indicator. The 091730Z is the issuance time of all times of 2-digit date, 4-digit time. The 091818 is a valid period, a two-digit period, 2-digit beginning, 2-digit adding times. And the manner of core automated report, the stationary reporting service, I think, because of the gauges. The 5SM prevailing visible statute miles of fractions above 6 miles is the pulse of the 6M, 4-digit measurement of the meters of required lowest value of directions. Runway visual range is our 2-digit runway indicators, left, center, and right needed to the minus to plus the US digital 4-digit value. Feeds the US visual meters and usual 4-digit value of every 4-digit value is intensity down, up, or no change at all. The HZ is simply present forecasts of recent weather. The FEW20 is a cloud amount of height, sky, stratus, and also cloudus of the back of the thundercloud area, or name the area of the thundercloud tunnel of the finger of God, and also the F2, F3, F2. This is the firmament of the tornado distribution. This is a FEW020, the towering cluminous and cluminous meteorite, and also visibility obscures sky of height, anything at 10,000 to 100,000 feet above, jumping or out of 100,000 feet or at 10,000 feet above, with the aeration and equipment around your esophagus and your throat. Temperature degrees Celsius is 2-digit temperatures at 2-digit dew point temperatures minus below 0, MO06. And this is the Ajmer Singh Nijjar 4 digits, which is on your watch, on your right or left, or your increments of your service for your prep form. This prep form for your blood results include these plight weather reports on your dog tags. The route period UUI urgent is indicated on locations on 3 lettering navigations on it. Fix OV, AB, OV, ABC, 090225. The fix on the OV, BABCD, OVA, BDF 1200, 0020. They have the time of 4 digits in GM and all altitude flight levels. Also type aircraft, cloud layers, weather, air temperature Celsius, wind, turbulences, and icing, and remarks. Can't miss it on that one. We'll take the jury replacements in jury is bias and prejudice, statutory grounds and scope, jury knowledge of case. This is state versus mowing, like mowing the lawn, like getting down and mowing all this information down on, of course. This is administration office in progress in Mueller's funeral home, and also Mueller Administration, George Washington House, and George Washington House. This is Sean Logan's house, which is his services for the services of buying and purchasing all that material that lays out there because of the hazardous fire increments on the state versus mowing. Increments on their services increments. You can see any bystander, gangbanger, biker, facilitator brings out the situation, just runs off and gets pulled over, dragged his ass out in front of everybody. That's a sad, sad, sad situation. Birth of child, coming to service and they're facing their ass in their face. Very professional service, and that's probably why they walked away, because they've been helped in the same shape or way and form in public or out of public or in their table. They're eating their mouth, you know, if they have a mouth or teeth, or they're asking for forgiveness, or no, they're trying to apologize, but they make shit up. Now, jury placement, jury basis, pursuit factual basis, inquiry, and trial court best able to observe sitting jury disbarment. This member, and then based on observed, interpreted, and valued jury answers, determine the jurors impartially. Jury placement, jury basis, period test, and jury setting jury challenge apart. Question for the first trial of whether the jury set aside, presumed identity tried the case trial fairly and fairly. Replace jury and basis in statutory grounds scope. Jury knowledge of the case, RC 4.44.180, which specifies in data and includes jury's implied basis, does provide the jury knowledge of case, demonstrates implied basis. Criminal law, punishment, and cruel punishment states contain scope, prosecution compared into federal constitution. The WAS constitutes arts and one part prohibition against cruel punishment improves protective and English Amendment. Eighth Amendment protection against cruel unusual punishment. Mr. Obama, an F unit. F, A, B, C, D. Mr. Obama himself, prisoner for murder. Mr. Sandoval and Mr. Oh, is that his real name? Is that his real name? All right, let's find out. State versus Mullen. Let's do a background check right here. That's Andy Miller, Washington State prosecutor. And these are services. These come from criminal law punishment. Look, cruel punishment, broad section, July 2008, State versus Mullen. 4N AX 28589 422 P 32 930. Criminal law punishment, cruel statement constitutes scope of protection, primary degree. So I'll just mow this little push mower around Obama, all around him, and he can have his little area. See his little area? He can bloom like a late bloomer flower. It bloom like those plastic flowers, but a real flower come out the ground. See? And put this frog, not a toad, a frog right here, and just have him prosper in that area. Look at this. Scope of protection, prosperity degree, sentence accrual within, meaning contempt of art, fiercely increment, crime of which is imposed. Oh no, we're going to put another 9 statute on constitutional law and construction, state of federal provision, similar federal provision effect. He did take 70 cents from the dollar, of every dollar here in the United States of America. It says, similar federal provision effect, although interpretation of federal law, federal courts binding on the state court, interpreting parallel state laws and constitutional provision, opinion of the United States Supreme Court are enormous important guidelines subject that they squarely address. That's me against Andy Miller's door. All the sibling trees and stuff right there. Now, the criminal law punishment, cruel punishment, pro se crime, category challenge, what constitutes? So this is fabricating a validity of sentence under cruel punishment constitute one part of punishment grounds. He's just like torturing people, don't he? A handcuff didn't help him much, didn't it? In the service in the state versus Glover, or Office of Attorney General versus UTC, or the Office of Attorney General UTC versus Hall versus Empty Section Department. Yeah, because he took all that empty section out because the section don't even belong to him, and he even is a section. RCW 484350, RCW 4.84.350, and also the Hall Cities and Language Connection LLC, Employment Security Department, 14W App 575-587-205 P3D 924209 to argue that anytime tariff fees are not available under RCW 50.32.36. There is a DOE, Department of Energy Office of Efficiency Renewable Energy Department that announces the notice of intent, issues refunding on high performance on liquor energy. Very good. Now challenging the termination findings of fact on all the separation services, which is on Microsoft commands, which can't be erased. It's always downloading there. So these restraints of Bophinia. Bophinia is another area of Bophinia, the services of DOSA, the drug prevailing service where they employ ask for mercy and do a drug addict or do a drive-by very close with their homeboys making shit up.
No news is good news. How's it going?
Now, Wall Street appellate reports on the USPS 670767-840. ISB is 970-321-3616. Published bi-weekly 26 times per year. Division of Matthews Binder, third liner, Suite 102, P.O. Box 1710, Live from New York 12110. Subscription rate $87.70 per year. Copies $5.75 per issue. Articles posted of these Aston. And these are MDs, abbreviation, the additional mailing office. Postmaster sent address to the appellate reporters USPS 0767-E3. ISB is 978-03271-36163. 318 Williamsburg Road, Unit 2, Corner Lock. Abbreviation for the state is MD 21643. The dependency of the MCI, the re-detention of the VS, the state of Larson, the state of Owen, marriage of Baran, marriage of Hobson, marriage of Pruitt, marriage of Kantar, marriage of Ten, and then the marriage of the rights of Ham. There'd be the 10 Commandments, the 10 Commandments, and the services for the last meal. For you, this is the parental rights of HAN, swine, food. The Muslim service for the increments for their last meal to your mouth is HAM. Marriage of Hopkins, Inquiry and Pruitt, and also Qatar and the 10 Commandments. The parental rights of HAM, priest restraint of Holly and Reynolds, and also Road and Sally. The services they have their increments on the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. And the federal court system is served with the CPS DHS office in Spokane, Washington, on Crestline, straight to the federal courtroom, and all their incomes in the service for badging and combatant war campaigns and war criminals, and services for the increments for protecting the domain, and services for the increments for live and increments of their services was MC on Department of Children, Youth, and Families, and also the Northern Star Morning LLC, and then the 12:56 p.m. April 21st, 2020, here in Annie Miller's office in Mr. 7112 West Okanagan Place. Previous one showing Manuel C. at Bransford Island, Smith and Gunner, and also Smith and Markin and Baker, and State Dunlap and Evers, and also State Grand Gunner and Jonesbrook. Now, the Washington State respondent, Jerry D. Walter Jr., appellate, criminal law plea bargaining, natural agreement. He pleaded guilty to the service for increments and service for forcibly a hand-pointed gun to his head, and they told him to plead guilty or have him killed and murdered, and have him lowered in that Mueller's funeral home in the process, and burn his body at Finley parking lot, Finley Hover Park recreational facility. And Lola Hernandez, they say, what is she going to do to me? That's what came out of his mouth. Criminal law plea bargaining breach of defendant, states of option, criminal defendant, Mantero's breach plea agreement, state options, either special enforcing residency of agreement. Contracting has to review, standard of review, inspiration, contract review, criminal law, plea guilty, and plea bargaining. Construction of agreement and due process, court reads in turn plea agreement, same terms of contract, and courts reading, however, showing constituting process. And once for instance, now I'll send you once arrest, and definitely he can make a phone call to anybody he wants, and then commits in their service for their service and calling the administration office, which is the NASDAQ Data Recovery Services, and the increments for the credit card, social security card, the rest credit card, driver's license, CDL, any shipping license, and business UBI, and effectively for false fabrications of any forte in service for the document that is already still attaching these current bound volumes to, and Washington Pot reports to, and advanced sheets and current bound volumes, and colloquial subject index, and all advanced sheet binders. But you notice the increments of this is cut out of the back section of this area. Here at Annie Miller's out somewhere which will have another place. Now Now this is March 3rd, 2020. This is the original one that's been tampered with. And this is the 11 WAM app, second 320.147.1036-1051, number 3, March 3rd, 2020. Case reported in this case years. R.J. Jung, LLC, Connor Harrison Elementary Medical Center, Department of Revenue Advance, H2O, LLC, Department of Revenue Tyson's Fresh Meats, Heritage Grove and Department of Health, Hopkins Department of Labor and Industries, Dependency of AMS, and also the remarriage of tolerance, and Michael Garcia versus State, State versus Knapp, State versus Pratt, Eugene F. Pratt, multi-tours of Vietnam. Come get some. Was that why they? Is that why they? Oh, how big, how smart, how rich they are. Look at him, asking for his life back. It's pretty sad. Real sad. That's a real professional for yourself. It's a real professional. Now, Department of Revenue versus Advanced H2O. Advanced H2O, the protocol of history H2O is DRSS H2O with $327,120 in retail sales tax, pallet rental fees from January 1st, 2008 through December 31st, 2011. Request a refund for the UBI number 602720 and also the retail sales taxes because of pallet qualified and non-returnable packaging material under Rule 115. DR denied H2 request for H2 move reconsideration argument with a release qualifying lease of subleasing, exempting from the retail sales of using tax under RCW 82048504B. DOR denied H2 in motion for reconsideration. After unsuccessful appeal of the DR appeals, Division H2O appealed, says the board at the board both parties filled across the motion in summary judgment. H2O argued that the lease payments were exempt for retail sales use tax of lease transaction under RCW 8204.043 lease for subleasing. Now, subleasing packaging material under Rule 115, board arguing that H2O transaction was leased under RCW 820.04.0403 for the use of pallets qualified for lease for sublease under RCW 82.040.10504B and lease and packing materials under Rule 15.2, 3A and 6C. Now, Department of Revenue Advance H2O, the 18 DOR petition for judicial review of board decision, Superior Court reversed the board and concluded that the board erred in determining the pallet rentals were exempt for the rentals and sales and use tax under RCW 82040504B, Rule 115, as sells non-refundable parking materials. And this is considered packing materials because in the parking material, in the parking lot, it's your packing materials because you own the parking lot. It's called your packing materials. So why don't you get out of my face? H2CP 897, H2 appeals for a Superior Court, and whatever's in the contest is on you, not me, on you. So get out of my face. Now, reversal of the board decision as the 20 DOR contends to the board error ruling that Tyson H2 manufactured lease Chip. Like sticking his orifice on Roberta Barela and Lance been putting on his orifice all in it. And then Mr. Bill Gates and then also Donald Trump. The witnesses, you got witnesses, Donald Trump. You got this Pepsi on the trunk of your car. I open this trunk, I will leash everybody. Oh, Jabba Hutt, Jedi, Sirs, Yoda, everybody on you. Because it is what it is, and it's on, my man. Before you stick that tongue down, you gotta get married. You can't do it. It's not legal. You can't do that in my limousine, my orifices, and your smell of orphans you. No, it's called CHIP. CHAP, purpose of sublease nor the sublet pallets of their circumstances is water. Water H2O. DOR are used board airborne manufacturing. Transaction exempt from retail sale tax under 82040504. Lease for packing material pursuit Rule 15. Manufacturer currently their lease transactions exempt from retail sales tax under RC 82.04.0504B. Because they leased a pallet for the purpose of sublease the pallets. Further, manufacturer argued these transactions exempt sales pack material within 1.5 with agreed DR. This case prevents review of order for summary judgment involving statutory interpretation. Washington Administrative Procedure Act 3405 RCW governs the review of boards under summary judgment. State Clean United States Department of Revenue 183 WN 889 895 357 P3D 59 215 on approval. Now this approval this be on appeal. And this is reviewed on the board decision in Superior Court and also the board of review. That's one A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, the 174W app 644-657-302 B, P3D 128-213 as a party asserting the board error DOR bears a burden, demonstrating valiant board, and you are bearing on it. You're scamming my Simba statue, my bison horns for the increment of the service of the Sicily Cortel services of Italy and Gazzetta administration of these headstones, these rocks, these sod, the spray, the equipment, all this parked in Annie Miller's office. Parking it right through City Hall, Richmond, Washington, for the assessment services of these crude increments of the revenue and Sprint Spectrum services. You can see the LP in Annie Miller's desk, laying this substitute, this UBI number 602720. This DR bear burden of demonstrating value burden actions. We review the board over NOVID 65758. Review or summary judgment. We perform same inquiry proud active INC Department of Revenue 150 W app A07 812 209 P3D 524 2009. The court must grant summary judgment, and this is judgment in their genuine issue of any material fact of moving party entity judgment matter in law CR 56C. Grant summary judgment in reasonable person reached by the conclusion from all evidence active 150 and app 812. Now 23 review questions of law including statute restriction, court fundamental objection concerning statutes or carry out this intent. Lake of One Creek Homeowners Association 116 and app 5652 6250 283 210 and quoting in Burden, Idaho. Wake, Idaho, and this is Idaho Forest, City of Kennewick, 15WN 359, Clearwater, Washington. This is preferred choice purchase services called ProBuild, and their ProBuild. This is Corroding Airport, Idaho, LLC, City of Kennewick, 1511 535 36789 P37 217204. Statute interpreting begins. Statute of planning meaning Sprint 15 app 1658 discussion of planning meaning ordinary meaning and language of statute consent related provisions. Statute signed Whole Lake 165 WN2D 526. This is the statute of omnibus and derived and legislative intent for the plain language ordinary meaning alone active 150 when app at 812. Regulation, ambitious, and subscription, and absurd. And this is interpretation of Seattle Filmworks. Department of Revenue 106 app 448 453 P3D 4602. Generally reviewed in court concerning embryos taxing statute regulation and the tax order, but in the interpreting regulation statute granting tax exempt. There's much more on this one. There's much more on that. That's just a small millimeter of the essence. But what's that old lady gonna do to me? Huh? Let's just open the trunk. I'm fine. I should run. Run from what? I don't run from nobody. Talk all that. Comes out of orifice out of your stomach and stuff. Food products and technology in use. Increments of your individual self-centering yourself. Wonder why you're in that small cubicle service of your service there. Wonder why. Begging for your mercy. probably going to write a increment and go outside and go feed and favor yourself and have someone feel sorry for yourself, like what you did, who you are.